So, welcome to your AEW Dynamite Homecoming review for January 1st, 2020. This is our first Dynamite of the year, so I was pretty excited to see uh, how tonight was going to go. So, let's just get started. I mean, overall, I thought the show was okay. Um, it didn't really feel like a reset, and they kept talking about like the win-loss records, and if you're gonna abandon them, then I just feel like you should just abandon them, like don't mention them anymore. But that could just be me nitpicking. So yeah, it's not really much of a critique like that ruined the show or anything. Overall, like I said, I thought the show was great. Taz was on commentary with JR and Excalibur's, and I always thought he was good even when, he was in WWE. And as far as a personality goes, I think he fit right in. I couldn't really tell, that this was his first night, although he did commentary on Dark. But I just felt like he fit right in, and him and JR, they kind of bring back memories, but overall the commentary was really good. I don't know if it was just the stream that I was watching, but when JR would say like they're going to commercial break, I heard everything and saw everything. So like when Justin Roberts came out to the ring and was like, "Is everyone having a good time?" and stuff like that, like I saw everything, like people going and coming from their seats and stuff like that. So I don't know, maybe it was just a stream I was watching, but it was just interesting to see like what goes on during commercial breaks, and just to hear like JR and Taz and Excalibur like talking amongst themselves. It's just funny to see. Like I even think I heard JR cursing, and like it's just weird to think that like JR has such a potty mouth, but like I guess I don't know. That was just me. I just felt like I needed to mention that because it was just weird, like hearing them talk about like talking about like the Jungle Express, and then going right into the backstage segment, and then them talking about like them amping up next week's show. So it was just weird. But anyway, commentary was great, and we started off with Cody versus Darby Allin, and I thought the match was pretty fun. I mean, Darby Allin, when I first saw him, I didn't think much of him. I was just like, oh, here goes another like death character, or AEW just like hiring faces to see how like the crowd will react to them. But he kind of grew on me, and I mean, what is there not to say about Cody? I mean, Cody's great. It was great to see Arn Anderson, and he's supposed to be like some type of coach. But I mean, I don't think Cody's the type of character that needs a coach. I mean, they played up, their family history and their background, which is good, and it's always good to see Arn Anderson, but one of the best talkers. But I just don't see why Cody needs a coach. I mean, it could just be me. I don't know. But maybe further down the line, they'll dive into that, but I didn't really think that Cody's character needed a coach, especially like on screen. Like Brandy was a good fit, but I do understand like she's branching off doing her own thing, and Cody's kind of on his own trajectory. But I didn't really, yeah, I just didn't know like what's the big story behind it. Like maybe there's some long-term goal, but it's nice, I guess. But yeah, like I said, the match was really fun. I mean, I think Darby Allin started attacking like Cody's shoulder, and like he took the turnbuckle pad off, and like the crowd did not like that. But I saw some people on Twitter like, oh, he's acting real heelish, but like Darby Allin has, to me, he's always like told the line like in between heel and face, if that's what, but his character just kind of just, he just is who he is. Like, you're not gonna expect him to come down the ramp and high five the fans now, but you're not gonna see him like, throw a fit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just I don't know. I just feel like he walks a really, really fine line. Kind of like Jon Moxley, but it's like we like him and you like him, but you don't hate him. Like, he doesn't really do anything that really will piss you off. He just kind of does crazy, wacky things, and that kind of makes you like him. Like, and like his whole look is different, and the the half painted face and stuff like that. So I think he just stands out on his own merit. I don't think he really falls into like a heel and face category. But I did not mean to rant, but he did finally hit a coffin drop on Cody, and I don't know if it was like bad camera angle, but it looked like Cody got his knees up. Did JR did say it, or maybe Taz did say it, but he did get his knees up, but he did hit it for the most part. And then Cody locked in like a figure four leg lock, and Allen blocked a Cody cutter. Then Cody hit a stunner and hit a crossroads, and that was only for a 2 count. Then Allen, like, he pushed Cody into the turnbuckle that he took the pad off. So I don't know if it was his shoulder or his torso or something, but it looked like his shoulder for the most part. And then I guess this is where Arn is gonna come in with his coaching, but he kind of distracted the ref when Darby Allin went to the top rope for another coffin drop, and this time I did see Cody get his knees up, and JR said that Arn Anderson was like sending a signal, or giving Cody like a hint, like, oh, put your knees up, because he was on his knees on the apron. And so Cody got his knees up and he won the match with a roll up. So like I said, that was a fun match. Cody's just great at being like a top player, and I kind of, I hope that like WWE is sitting there like damn, we really missed out on him, because I feel like all it had to do was pull the trigger, and this is the Cody that like we would have wanted to see. Of course, he would have been a lot watered down, but it's just really great to see Cody, coming into his own, and not necessarily relying on the fact that he's Dusty Rhodes' son, and he the whole nightmare gimmick and stuff like that. So it's just really great to see. And like I said, Darby Allin is a star. Like I said, he grew on me. Like, literally overnight grew on me. I think it was that match that he had with I can't remember. It was Joey Janela and I can't get this other guy's name because I'm just not feeling well, so a little bit. It'll come to me. Jimmy Havoc, I think. Yeah, it was like a triple threat match from last year or something like that. But yeah, so then there was like a backstage segment with SCU, and they're talking about all their different challengers for their tag team championship, and Sammy Guevara interrupted, and I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, I don't know if it's because he's a good heel or just because he reminds me of like an annoying little brother. I mean, he's good in the ring. I'll give him that. And obviously he has like a boyish look, so I'm pretty sure he has like a busload or a country load of girls that like him, but he just like every time I see him I'm just like, oh my gosh, go away. But he interrupted and was like pointing out the fact that Christopher Daniels doesn't have a title. But I'm pretty sure, and just correct me if I'm wrong, I thought, or I was under the impression that SCU were all tag team champions. I guess you want to call it the Freebird rule, but I thought they were all champions. But I don't know if Christopher Daniels is not considered a tag team champion, then this segment would obviously make sense. But that I was thinking in my head, like, aren't they all kind of recognized as the tag team champions? But anyway, Daniels challenged Guevara to a match next week, so we'll be looking forward to that. Then it was the Fatal 4-Way for Women's Championship. Rio versus Nyla Rose versus Britt Baker versus hikaru Sheeta. This match I really did not care for. The women's division just is not doing it for me, and it sucks because as a woman I want to see, I want to see some great women matches, but these characters in these matches just are not doing it for me. Nyla Rose is, she does what she's supposed to do. She's supposed to be this monster. She's supposed to be like AEW's version of Nia, but I don't care for neither one of them, honestly. Britt Baker, just still waiting to see what the big thing is about her. I guess being Adam Cole's girlfriend affords her, automatic liking, but she just doesn't do it for me. Her, her move set, it just doesn't connect sometimes. I just feel like she's not putting enough oomph, behind the move, or, it just doesn't look like she's connecting. The whole dentist gimmick, okay, great, you're a dentist, much pop to you, but hikaru Sheeta, she's okay. I'm pretty sure she's a lot better. To people that know her, her in-ring style, and she's just suffering at the hands of bad booking. I can't really point a finger only at booking, because even if she was booked great, she's just not believable as the first AEW Women's Champion. I mean, she looks like she's scared every time she comes out there. I understand the underdog story, and it works for some people, but she just looks like she is not a day over 12. Her moves against somebody like Nyla it makes for a good David versus Goliath thing, but when she's in there with other competitors, she just doesn't look like a champion. And her not being on TV every week is just doing way more harm than it is good, because we don't have a chance to really know Rio. We just know her as the first AEW Women's Champion, and that's it. That's really it. I don't know, what honestly, they really just need to get the championship off of her. And I know she has her match coming up with Chris Statlander on next week's Dynamite, and I really hope they take the championship off of her. And this is not indicative of her. She's probably great, but us American viewers, we don't know. We don't know if she's great or not, because she hasn't been televised in a championship worthy way. So I know that Kenny Omega is a big fan of hers, and it's great that he's trying to bring in other talent, but you have to dedicate enough time to these women to make them stand out. I can't tell you one thing about any of the girls besides the fact that Britt Baker is a dentist, and that's because commentary is always freaking pointing that out. It's like as if commentary was always pointing out that Nyla Rose is transgender. Like, that's going to be the only thing we know about her, because that's the only thing we hear. We don't hear anything else about any other girls. I don't know what Brandy is doing. Awesome Kong you know, we'll have to see where this Nightmare Collective thing goes, but Awesome Kong would be a really, really good hand to have in the women's division. You know, she would be what Nia and Nyla should be. But, Rio wins this match with a sunset bomb type cover on Britt Baker. Nyla was just putting everybody through tables. She put Rio through a table. She put Sheeta through a table. And that was pretty much it. It was one of the better matches that I've seen from the women so far in AEW, but that's not saying much. There was a backstage segment with Joey Janela. He was interrupted by Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford. Next. There was a promo for Dark Order. Again, next. Trent versus Jon Moxley. This is a pretty fun match. Jon Moxley is just, untouchable right now. He is just the guy. And Trent and the best friends. Look at me. Trent, Chuck Taylor, and Orange Cassidy. I'm just gonna call all of them the best friends. They're like a happy-go-lucky fun team. The thing is, I'm pretty sure Trent and Chuck Taylor could be, really good tag team champions. Orange Cassidy just doesn't even really need to do anything. He could blink and the crowd is gonna go crazy. But they're right now they're like a comedy act. So there's not much to say about them. This match was good. Jon Moxley just was doing his Jon Moxley thing. This crowd was very pro Moxley. At one point, Moxley had a single leg Boston Crab on Trent. Trent broke that up. Moxley put him in an STF in the middle of the rope. Moxley threw Trent into the guardrail. Trent rebounded with a spear. Trent hit this beautiful DDT on Moxley. He sold the hell out of that. Moxley hit him with a running knee for a 2 count. Trent tries to put Moxley in a stuffed pile driver. Moxley blocked it and hit him with a clothesline. Orange Cassidy came in and him and Moxley had like this cute little moment. Trent was able to hit Moxley with a knee strike from behind. Finally hit the stuffed pile driver. Moxley hits his paradigm shift DDT on the ramp, another one in the ring, and he got the 3 count. Like I said, pretty good match. Anything with Jon Moxley is great. Trent is also good. Hopefully him and Chuck can transition somewhat to being taken as serious competitors, because Trent is really good. Jon Moxley, Lord bless him. Chuck Taylor is really good, and like I said, Orange Cassidy is just great at just breathing. Sammy Guevara came out after the match and basically just kind of threw it to Chris Jericho on the Titantron, who again was just trying to make Jon Moxley reconsider joining the Inner Circle. He promised him 49% of the Inner Circle LLC. I would have to Google that to see if that's a real thing. And he offered him the position of EVP of the Inner Circle and 49%. And Chris Jericho wants him to run the Inner Circle with him half and half. But I'm pretty sure all the smart people in the audience were like, 49% is not half, but I see what you're trying to do. He also presented him with like a Ford GT car with his own Mox license plate. And Jon Moxley basically said that he is going to answer Chris Jericho next week. Then Sammy Guevara had cue cards and he was taunting Dustin Rhodes about his injury and telling Victoria, Justice's sister, to hit him up on Twitter and Instagram. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure you have your girlfriend. So that's not going to go over well. But anyway, this match was pretty fun. Nothing too crazy. Dustin Rhodes is awesome for someone his age to be moving around like a cruiserweight in that ring. It's just, it's amazing. Jake Hager appeared sometime after in the middle of the match and basically distracted Dustin. Well, no, the referee had his back turned, and then Jake Hager was able to jump in the ring, give Dustin a little blow, and giving Sammy the win. Sammy hit this beautiful springboard moonsault to the outside of the ring. Dustin hit a Canadian Destroyer on the apron. That got like a holy shit chant. The referee was doing some, unpopular decisions in this match, like taking the chair from Dustin and blocking him from doing his turnbuckle kick in the nuts, somewhere along the match Sammy got a wedgie, as the announcer so childishly pointed out. And just the camera, I was just like, please move, move, move. I do not want to see this little boy's ass. But anyway, so yeah, Sammy Guevara wins that match. Then we had a backstage segment with Private Party. Adam Page appeared, and if he wasn't drunk, then he was just really being, an asshole. And he just kind of, him and Private Party had a couple of words, and that's gonna set up the tag match between Adam Page and Kenny Omega versus Private Party. Then we had an in-ring promo with MJF with Wardlow, and he was basically telling us about the stipulations for his match with Cody. One of which is their match is going to take place at Revolution, and that Cody cannot lay a hand on MJF before then or the match is canceled. Second stipulation, Cody has to face Wardlow in a steel cage. And my only question going into that steel cage match is how they're going to book it, because you can't have Cody lose, and you really can't have Wardlow lose because of just how he's been booked, or at least presented to us on TV. Like, he's presented as MJF's muscle, and for all intents purposes, he looks like a beast. They have him in the suit. You can't really tell what his body's looking like, and it kind of all makes you wonder, and it kind of makes you curious about his first match. So it being in a steel cage kind of benefits him more than Cody, but I'm thinking they'll just probably have the Butcher Blade and Bunny interrupt. That way, both guys kind of stay, they kind of stay safe in a way. And MJF's last stipulation, I was confused about this. He basically wants Cody to get on all fours and he's going to whip him. I was not understanding. Maybe I misunderstood, maybe I didn't hear him correctly. But, yeah, I was just not understanding that last stipulation. But I am excited for their match, so I can't wait to see their match at Revolution. I feel like the story is already there. Now all they need to do is deliver in the ring. Like I did mention, I was able to see and hear what was going on during the commercial breaks. Somebody on commentary burped and it just sounded disgusting. It sounded like it was probably Taz. And it was just weird to hear them going over like the match card, and Adam Page came out. Like, they played his music and he came out, and you could just hear them talking over commentary, and it was just weird. I mean, I would love to be a fly on the wall, but tonight I just wasn't expecting it. Maybe it was just my stream. But then we had a backstage segment with Jurassic Express. I heard everything Jungle Boy said, but I didn't hear anything Luchasaurus said. And transition from that segment to another one with Riho, and Britt Baker interrupts her and basically says what everyone is thinking. That you don't deserve to be champion because you're not there every week. And Britt says that Rio stole, she's just gonna do what she does and steal a win and then disappear. It was weird to see Britt Baker saying this, because it's like sis, you're not doing any better in the eyes of the fans either. I guess being Adam Cole's girlfriend affords you, certain, uh, a certain likeness with the fans, but whatever. I can't get into any of these girls. But finally, we're at the main event. Young Bucks and Kenny Omega versus Lucha Bros and Pac. This was a good match, great match. I mean, these six guys, they always give us quality matches. My only tiny gripe with this match is that I wanted some of them to like really sell some of the moves. But other than that, it was a really, really great, really, really good match. The Bucks hit double Canadian destroyers. Kenny Omega and Pac went back and forth. Pac hit him with a pump kick. Omega hit him with a Snapdragon suplex. Some sling blades from Omega. The Young Bucks hit double super kicks on Pentagon. Phoenix was just hitting everybody in sight with cutters. Pac went to the top rope and hit a just beautiful black arrow. And he went for the pin, but the Young Bucks interrupted. Well, no, Matt interrupted with a super kick to the face. The Bucks, Matt hit him with a super kick, and Omega was able to get the One Wing Angel on Phoenix for the win. And that is your January 1st, 2020 AEW review. Homecoming review, actually. Like I said at in the beginning, it was a really good, not good, but it was an okay show. I'm just curious to see what this reset is really about, and hopefully next week's show will feel that way. They announced some good matches, so we'll see how it goes. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. It is a new channel, so this is like my first review, and it's nothing is perfect. I'm still trying to figure things out, but please hit that subscribe button. All comments are welcome. Follow me on my socials, and I will see you again for the first Friday Night SmackDown of 2020 on Friday. So, happy New Year to you guys. I hope everyone's well, and I will see you later.